So today we're gonna create this this monochrome poster. Monochrome is like the black and white poster with a bit like one grainy feel, like some vintage look. Yeah. So today we're gonna create poster. I'm gonna guiding you like my process. So here's my slide that I prepared today. Okay. Monochrome poster class. Oh, before we start, I think I have to like introduction about me a bit. So my name is Todd. I'm 21 years old. I'm from Vietnam, and right now I'm in my final years at the university. And my main inspiration come from music, movies, and most of all is I need some anime. Yeah, like you can see on my poster on my Instagram, they have a lot like anime. So yeah, it's really a big inspiration to me. So here's my 4 poster that I made. Like it's really simple layout, and Japanese most oh, thank you. And three components in my style. In this style is like you have to have the grainy looks, like the vintage look, the filter. Most of all, most of the vintage look like is come from some filter that you have, that you like that you blending mode on Photoshop. We gonna go that later on Photoshop. This the presenting, so I'm not gonna go into the detail. And you need to have like, second, you need to have the big typography, like this one is it's really big typo, and it kanji is Japanese, and this one is yeah, this one is English, but it's really big. It's like when you see this poster, you have to have like the focus point. So yeah, that's why I make the very big typography, like the huge one, and some of like another typography is very small, like really small. So yeah, it's create like the focus point or contrast. And third is like just create some simple layout. This one is not really that simple. You have to adjust a lot in Photoshop. Yeah. So yeah, so yeah, most of my inspiration, like when you create a poster, you have to have like some inspiration, so you can have some ideas, great poster. I usually like go to Behance on Pinterest, just on Instagram, just typing the monochrome poster, and you see like a lot of okay, let me use let me have an example. Yeah, you have like a lot of cool poster that you can have the inspiration from, and it's this one really hard to make, but I think the best way to learn, you have to like always experimenting with typeface, uh, and some technique in Photoshop, and a lot of tool in Photoshop to create this kind of poster. Yeah, this really good poster, and I think really hard to replicate. Okay. Yeah, so that's how we finding inspiration. So the next one is the source website. So I usually take my phones on Toddpham, on Google Phones, and on the Pengram website. Pengram is a very great website to get phones for free free trial. If you want to, if you like decide to go commercial, you have to purchase the phone, because that they have the license for that. And the textures I used to took from texturelabs.com, which is free texturing, and Black Market. Black Market, they have very great texture, but you have to purchase the textures. And tutorials I used to watching when I start my journey to become graphic design is Dreadlabs, Doron Studio, and Texture Labs on YouTube. And by the way, I'm also like the self learner. So if you guys like self learner or you interested about graphic design, you can check them out. They have some very great tutorial on how to do texturing, how to make cool stuff in Photoshop, something like that. And yeah, pretty much it. So let's jump right into Photoshop. Oh, by the way, did you guys have Photoshop in your computer right now? I really don't. Oh, already have. Okay, cool. So today we're gonna recreate something like this, similar like this, because the time we have limited. So I just wanted to do some easy layout. If you guys want to know like how I make this poster, just DM me. You know, I send you like a snapshot of how I'm making this kind of poster. Yeah, and how I texturing this poster on Instagram. You guys can DM me on Instagram if you guys want to know how. So yeah, back on this. So today we're gonna create a fallen angel poster with the imageries from. Yeah, you can take imageries from fallen angels painting. Yeah. So yeah, I take that picture. You guys can do similar, or you can do a different layout, different fonts, different like meaning. It depends. It really depends on you guys if you guys want to go for that. So first of all, we have to create a new file. So we go in here. If your computer not showing like mine, just simply click on print, and here's is the A4 A4 is what we need, and here's the resolution. The resolution I really recommend you set to 300 pixel per inch, because it's if you guys set it to 72, it's really like not really look good when you guys decide to print it out or upload it in Instagram. It's not really good like the 300 resolution. So click after you did that, after you adjust what you want, just click create. Yeah, so here's my UI. If you guys if your computer did not showing like mine, just like the panel, just simply like if you want something, just click on the window tab. They have like everything in here, like character. This is like the character panel and the paragraph panel. Yeah, it's also in there too. Yeah, so most of all is from here. Most of the thing here is display, and that's why how to get it. So my my Photoshop version is 2021, but you can do this in any versions if you have. So I usually start creating the square, creating this is square. You can click on the U button to create a square. Why I creating this square is because I want to balance my layout. You have to create a square to balance your layout, and click the Ctrl R to show the ruler. Just simply like align the ruler to the square, and after you do that, you have, oh, this very tiny. I didn't notice that. You have create a square like this one, and I just snap to the snap like this, and yeah. And after you do that, you have to do it in another corner like this one, in this corner. If you want to move, you just move like me, like I'm moving right now. You have to hold display button to move like this one. Yeah, if I do like really fast, just you guys let me know. Feel free to let me know if I going really fast, because sometimes I can do it really fast. Yeah, so we got the grid to balancing the layout. If you want to hide the ruler like this one, like this, the blue one, just click Control plus Control and the semicolon pen button to hide the blue grid that we just created, that we just create. The next thing we're gonna do is oh, and the most important thing, that you have to save your file, because Photoshop is sometimes Photoshop can be like crashing on your computer, and you might lose all the file and you have to start again. So it's really annoying. So always good to save the file when you when you creating something in Photoshop. So I'm gonna base on the fallen angel poster I just create, and I'm gonna recreate this poster in here. So you guys can click on the T button. What button? Sorry. To hide the blue one, you have to hold Control and the semicolon button, like this button. Hold Control plus this button to hide a blue grid. Yeah, you guys turn it off if you want, but I will leave it there. So yeah, so we want to create the text fallen angel. So click on the T type tool, on the horizontal type tool. Just click on, and then you just write the fallen. And here's my my setting for this phone. And to similar like this one, I will like just snap into the grid, which is the blue grid which is creating. We just create. Yeah. And the font, I think I'm gonna choose the similar font like this one. This one I use the Ed Nixon one. You guys can Ed Nixon one. I take it from Toddpham site, that Toddpham website. Here's the Yeah, so here's the font that I got to create this poster. Feel free to download it and post it on and working on your project. So it's fallen, and then the next one we need to have like the angel. So hit the T button again to create text, and then just simply dry on the angel, and then just scale it out. If you guys can scale out, you can like, here's the transform control. Yeah, to scale out, you have to like check this one. It's easy, like you can easy adjust the scaling. If you like don't click on this thing, yeah, it's just moving. It's not really scaling. So always have to check on the show transform control to easy on scaling objects like text or images or some texturing, and snap it into the blue width which is great. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna let it snap and align it to the grid. If you want to have fun, just don't really base on the grid at all, just experimenting. That is how we learn on the thing. That's how we learn. Most of all, just experimenting a lot. And I really believe that if you experimenting a lot, you will learn a lot, like layout. So here's I adjust the text. So here's my properties. I'll set the kerning like -30, so it snap. So it's like stick to each other. Like if it's the default is gonna be 0, so it's gonna be like this. So I don't really like this look, so I'm gonna set it to 30 because I like the curve. They snap. They snap into each other.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
Now
now
it has sound.
yeah. Now I can hear you. Cool. So if you're like wondering something, just let me know, because this is my second time teaching.
You're doing great.
Oh, thank you. So the next one we wanna create is this tiny text below. Yeah, for the tiny text, you guys can grab a definition about fallen angel or something like that. In here, I grab the definition about fallen angel. It's like fallen angels are the angels expelled from heaven. Yeah, I think I just copied the text from here to here. So I have to recreate. Continue to the type tool. You have to drag the type tool like this one, so it can snap into the grid. If you don't snap, if you just click on type tool and just click like this, it's not really snap on anything. It just create like very long text like this one. Yeah, it's go long like this, and it's only good for like single text like this one, so you can create like that. And for the long text, you have to like drag it out like this one, like this. So yeah, you can easily adjust the text in this box. Yeah, that is how I did the text like this. So continue to the tiny text. And tiny text, I think it's pretty much easy from here. Oh, by the way, the text I use for this is Hira Kaku. Maybe I'm just gonna set it to Helvetica. So I think you guys have Helvetica, so yeah, I'm gonna use Helvetica. think I'm going to use Helvetica black or extra bold. Yeah, I think I'm going to use Helvetica extra bold. It's look good. I think I'm going to scale it like a bit more, like 15 pt. Oh yeah. So for the tiny text below, I'm gonna continue create click on type tool and just because it is a single text, so you can click on type tool and just click, so you can, like, it's a single text, it's not long like this, so you can do this slash fallen angel. You guys can basically create like some content, like your content. My content pretty much based on the fallen angel, so do like this. And in this poster I create like a three line of text. Maybe in this one I will create like 4 lines. So yeah, I'm gonna set the time. It's like 4 p.m. UTC, and yeah, that is time our class start. And this one I will set it maybe like made from class, like that. And the last one, I think I'm gonna set it to the date that we're in right now. Is like my 4th 2022. Yeah, and it's just snap it to here. Yeah, so that's pretty much it.
Did you press any button to align everything when you
Sorry,
were dragging
what did
the
you say?
text?
Sorry, what did you just say? To say?
When you were dragging the text to snap it
Yeah.
so everything was aligned, did you press any button or does it do it automatically?
You mean like this text?
No, the below, the tiny ones.
Oh, the below. You have to drag it like to aligning. Like I have
Oh,
to
just
drag it
drag.
in here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
awesome.
have to drag it in here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, cool.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so this like really a lot of work, like a lot of adjusting. If you don't want to adjust, like I just did just experimenting, do something fun. You don't really have to adjust like this. You can literally like go like this one or like this one or like this. Yeah, it's really like it's based on your feeling about the post. It's really so yeah. So the last thing we're gonna create is the image. So first of all, I'm gonna create a, because I already have the grid here, so I'm gonna create a square. Yeah, for better adjusting the image. Yeah, for with a square, you really easy to adjust the image. So I'm gonna drag the all this type to here, and then I'm gonna do like adjust by showing the transform control. I will be able to like adjusting the scale of the square. So yeah, it snap the right position that I want is to snap. Like this one is over a bit, so I have to snap it inside the blue grid. Yeah, this one is perfect, so I don't have to do that. So after you create a square, Yeah, so it's pretty much like this one, but I think this one I create a very big square, so it's better ruler than this one. But never mind. About the image, I took the image from like this one. Okay, I want to take this like for you guys right now. Feel free to take the picture on internet to experimenting, but you have to really like careful when you go for commercial, because the image is not really is we don't really have a license for the image, so yeah, really have to careful when you decide to go commercial. Yeah, so this the image you're gonna use for this class, for this experimenting class. Okay, I need to adjust it more.
Can you
So
repeat how did you put the image inside the square?
oh
How did you mask
I
it?
forgot. Yeah. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna do it again, because this is the yeah. Thank when you mentioned that, because I was try to do that. Okay, I'm gonna try to do it. So you just drag the image in here, so it's gonna be like this one. Yeah, so the on Photoshop you have to like align the layer, so the image gonna be above the square, like the image has to be above the square. And on Photoshop they have something called creating create clipping mask. Yeah, simply to explain this tool is like when you have two objects. So if like something, the layer, okay, you have two layer, the layer below, so it's gonna be like snap with the layer like okay I'm gonna explain again. The layer above is gonna snap to the layer below. So okay, I'm gonna make example to better explain this one. So you have like two layer here. Just simple click on clipping mask. So yeah, it's gonna snap to the square, that which is great.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you can really like snap it to the font, like the fallen font. Okay, I'm gonna try to snap to the fallen font right now. Yeah, simply just create the clipping mask. So it's gonna snap. You see the arrow like below. Yeah, it's gonna snap to the
Yeah,
text.
awesome. Loved it.
Yeah, cool. And so it's gonna snap. So next we're gonna texturing this painting as this image which is download. So to texturing this one, I usually go to Photoshop filter gallery, and click on your, and also you have to click on the layer, like the fallen angel detail layer, which is the image. Click on the filter gallery. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off. So here is the filter gallery tool. If you want to create something, just simple click on this button, new effect layer. Yeah, I usually go for graphic pen. I usually go for like, so these the filter gallery have like all kinds of effect in here. You can try something out, like experimenting with this tool. They have some great tool, but I really usually like like the graphic pen the most because this creates some great texturing. Okay, let me show it for you guys. This graphic pen. So graphic pen is in here. Yeah. So here's graphic pen. You see that? That's really good texture for like black and white. I think it's really look awesome to me. And here's my properties. I set the stroke length to 15 and the light dark balance to 20. So you guys can adjust this if you want, but I think this is perfect for me. And the next effect I'm gonna use is the halftone pattern. The halftone pattern, you can see it in the in the sketch, like this folder sketch. So simply click on halftone pattern and adjusting the size. So yeah, it have some halftone like some tiny dot in your poster, in your imagery. Yeah, they have some tiny dot. Yeah, you can see some tiny dot. Looking at that texture, it's really awesome. Yeah, and you guys can always adjusting the contrast, which is the like the brighter or the darker of the image. Like the lower contrast are, the darker it is, and the higher contrast are, the brighter it is. Yeah, I want it to be a bit like this, so a bit dark, and the size of the pattern, halftone pattern, I set it to dot. If you guys want experimenting, you guys can always set it to circle, so it's gonna be like this, which is kind of look cool. And online, it's like TV line, but for now I think I'm gonna go for dot because I like the tiny dot of this look. Yeah, and if you got and yeah, and when you are really satisfied for when you're experimenting, just simply click OK to apply the effect on the image. Yep. And here's the effect on the image. You guys can adjust it. So yeah, that's pretty much how I make the poster. One more thing that I have to add the texture, because this look like very like I don't really like this look. It look very raw, and I really like grainy vibe or some texturing that really help bring the poster to the next level. So you guys can download the texture from the texturelab.org. They have some free textures that you can download from, that you can download and apply to your projects. Like this one is really good. So I'm gonna make an example for the texture like this one. I'm gonna download it now. I think I want to choose the large size, so it's not really losing any resolution. So save to computer and simply just drag it into the Photoshop. So here's our texture. Just drag it in here, and you have to scale it. You have to scale it like full the layout, and adjust the blending mode, which is in here. You see the normal panel. I'm gonna create a blending mode right now. So you want to have like, you want to choose the in the blending panel. You can see like a lot of different like texturing in this post. Like this one look, I think not really bad. It look really vintage to me. Yeah, you guys can experimenting with this mode. This for these ones, I think I'm gonna choose the screen because it's I really like the vibe of that. See, you guys, as you guys can see, it's already look like kind of vintage look. So, oh, one more thing. I want this square, like this outline of the image, cut a bit bigger. So I have to adjust it. Adjust the square, adjust the stroke of the square, so it's bigger because it is a bit tiny to me. So I'm gonna adjust the this one a bit bigger. So I'm gonna click on the rectangle 2 layer, click in here, and you have to like delete the stroke, the original stroke, and then you have to add the another stroke later on this blending option. So right click on the rectangle 2 layer blending option, click on stroke. So in here you can see like the size of the stroke. You can set it to like the really big one or a medium one or just tiny. For my poster, I always set it to like 6 or 5. That, yeah. So you have to set it inside, but outside not really look good. It's kind of bevel at the corner. If you guys set it to inside, it's square, so it's perfectly snap to the grid which is creating. You always set it to inside and adjusting the size, what size you want, and hit OK. And yeah, and this is exactly the size that I want. So with one filter you can create like this, but I want to like experimenting with a lot of filter to kind of have the different vibe. So I want to keep continue downloading filter from this site because this is the free site. You can go for, you actually can go commission for this kind of texture because this is free to use. Commercial, you yeah, you can go commercial with this texturing. It's have really good texture in here. Like I really like this one, so I wanna download it and apply to my poster. This one really good too. Okay, I wanna download it. You always have to download at the very like high resolution file, but the small one, it not really look good. So apply the texturing to your poster and continue scale it down. Yeah, and adjust the blending mode to normal into like some like linear those. I just think when it's really based on your eyes. Like if you want like this, it's totally fine. I really want is look like this one. So yeah, gonna create this one. If you want like adjust the like the scale, the contrast of the filter, simply click on image adjustment and level, and in here you can adjust the vintage of that. Yeah, you scale here is more brighter. If you lower, it's gonna look like this. Oh my god, on my back. Okay, so I really like this look. I'm gonna hit OK. The next thing we just like experimenting with the texture that we just download. Just do like this, scale it out and adjust the blending option, experimenting with it. Okay, I think I like a bit brighter, but not like this. So I will adjust the level of this filter. I'm gonna make it like a bit darker. Okay, not like this. But they look really, really not really look that good. So I'm gonna delete it. I'm gonna take a new one and drag it on Photoshop. This one really look good, I think. So just continue adjust the blending option. Yeah, I really like this one. So I think I'm gonna go for this one. I scale it down, adjust the level of this layer so it not really look bright in here in this area, like this kind of area. Do it like this. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you want to do more, you simply just download texture and adding to Photoshop. If you want to do more, to experiment more, and that's pretty much it. So after you finish the layout and to fit what you want, just simply hold click, just simply hold. Yeah, I think you have to click on like 4 buttons, like Alt, Control, Shift, E. So it's gonna combine all the layer that we have below into like a single layer. It's really okay. I'm gonna click on here. You have to hold Alt plus Control plus Shift and plus E to create like a new layer. Like all the layer from below, you have to create a new layer. So after we create this single layer, you want to add some noise so it look more vintage, in my opinion. Adding noise, I usually go for noise around 5 to 20 because like more than 20 is look really bad, I think. And also you have to click on the monochromatic, this button, because the noise you create is sometimes it can be like 7 colors or something like that. So you have to create the monochromatic button to set the noise to black and white. Yeah. And you guys can set the distribution is what it like uniform or Gaussian. And then simply hit OK, and yeah, that's pretty much it. When you finish like all your layout, you want to have to export it. So I'm gonna show you guys how to export the poster. Just simply click on File, Export as. You want to export it in for the JPEG format or PNG. You can set it. I think to format size is the best. JPEG or PNG. I think JPEG is really good to print. So here's the size, the A4 size. You can scale it up or you can lower it down if you want. So hit export. You guys can set it export to everywhere you want, but I think I'm gonna export it to desktop. Yeah. So yeah, pretty much it. That is that is how I make this poster. Pretty it's pretty different from this one because it's different texture. This texture I also take from Texture Labs. If you guys want to know how I get my texture, yeah, it's from the same source. It's just different texture. You guys can experimenting if you want. So at the end of the class, so we we covered that how I make this poster like this one, different different ruler, but hey, it's still the same. It's I think it still look good. So at the end of the class, I think I'm gonna share some behind the scene at how I make this this not complex poster, but some different technique that I make this poster. I want to show you guys how I make this one. This latest one on my Instagram. This prior poster. I have like animation in here. Look really cool. The effect is still the same. It's like a filter gallery, but you kind of apply it on into the video. So basically, you have to have a video source. You can choose any video if you want, like animation video or something like that. So I choose the animation video. So here I'm gonna show you how I make it on in Photoshop. I think we have like 5 minutes or 10 minutes. So yeah, I want to make it quick. So here's is how I make the different file. Yeah, okay. So here's the how I make this look. You see similar look. So here's the original file. Yeah, original file. I took it. It's a music video from the internet on YouTube. So I take this one and turn it to like this. Yeah. If you wanted to animating in Photoshop, you have to go to the Window tab, click it on timeline, so you can see your timeline here. So here's our Photoshop timeline. It will run to like, yeah. And that's how I make that poster. I need to go to timeline and apply to this video filter gallery that I just showed you guys. Yeah, like this one. So I'm gonna show you guys how I adjust this texture, like the bright texture, like this one. So click on filter gallery. This is how I make this texture. So three layer effect. I use that graphic pen. I set stroke to 4 and 74. So it's going to look like this. It looks really dark. So I added the texturizer and I set it to scaling like 62 and relief 1. And the final, I wanted it to look brighter, adding halftone pattern. So yeah, they have things called contrast that I just showing you guys. So you guys can adjust the how brighter it look. Like this one is really bright and glowing. Yeah, and that's how I comes up with the glowing animations. Yeah, and when you click on play, it's gonna be like this. It looks really cool, in my opinion. Yeah.
That's
Yeah, it's
awesome.
gonna. Yeah. So that's how I make my latest like poster. I think just made it yesterday. Yeah, I think. Yeah, so that's you guys can experimenting with the filter gallery. They have like tons of effect in here, which look really cool. So I'm gonna try something new. I can click on fresco. I know they have like great this effect, a watercolor.
Recording has stopped.
Oh, recording stop. I think the class is just stop. I think.
I don't know why. Last minute.
So, do you guys have like any question about my process? Just
I learned a lot. It was
ask
amazing.
right. Oh yeah. And hey, Clara, if you create some posters, just if you want to show me, just send me on the DM on Instagram. I really want to see it.
Yeah, I'll try to make one. I love that.
Okay, cool. And if like if you have like some difficult about the process, just also DM me on Instagram. I might help you on that.
Thank you very much.
Okay, cool.
Fellow
So
Jitsi, do you have something to ask? There's someone else.
Oh, hi guys. Do you have like any question for me? So this is I just recreate this poster into this one, which is a bit different, but I think it shares the same vibe. If you have any questions, just ask me now or ask me later on my just DM me on Instagram. My Instagram is Todd. It's Toddpham. Todd.pham. Yeah, this is my Instagram. Just if you guys want, just DM me on Instagram. I really want to see what you guys come up with like the layout or just some question about my process. Just DM me on Instagram if you guys want to. Feel free to do that.